Hey Leo, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of April 2025. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I'd love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I'll clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then, Leo, we'll close out your reading with a Threads of Fate Oracle card. All right, so let's get right into it. Leo. All right, so here's the thing. You've got some big changes as it relates to your money for the month of April, and these are changes that are going to happen slowly and progressively. All right, you have wanted something as it relates to money for so long, and what I'm picking up is that after a series of decisions and actions that are very intentional, that is going to unlock some financial blessings, and in some cases, for some of you, financial overflow. All right, but it's not going to happen without a little bit of work, without a little bit of sacrifice. That's what I'm getting here, right? Because we've got some of these cards in the reverse. This is the mindset card, which is great to be in the reverse. But the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Wands, and the Star card, it's telling me that there's going to have to be some type of an exchange here. Now, this could be something in the physical sense where you literally exchange goods and services, or it could be something energetically where you just shift your mindset, you shift your beliefs, you shift how you think and certain patterns that maybe you have been rooted in for so long. All right, but the financial blessings are definitely on the way. You will be blessed. You will receive, like I'm getting not only money, but I'm also getting some knowledge and some awareness so you can keep these blessings coming. All right. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean it's going to be without work, like I said. But when I look at your cards, Leo, it's very systematic. It's very direct. Okay. So like I said, with the Death card, that means that the change happens slowly, incrementally, progressively. Things where you just kind of know that you're on the right track. You start getting confirmation. You get the signs. You get the feedback that tells you you're doing the right things. All right. And sometimes it's scary when we are making changes in our life. We don't know if, always if they're for the better. But in this case, Leo, it truly is. All right. So you're doing the right things, and the blessings are definitely on the way. All right, Leo, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2025. Oh, look, you got that. 9 of Cups. All right. So this literally is the wish card, you getting what you want. Now, when it's in the reverse, it just means, to a lesser degree. But like I said, you're getting confirmation that you're getting exactly what you want. And then that 8 of Wands also is a card that talks about things happening slowly. All right, so sometimes that's actually the best change because it's easier to deal with and it's easier to accept when changes happen slowly. And I know a lot of us want all of the money yesterday. That's pretty normal. But sometimes when it comes to really shifting your energetic thought process as it relates to finances, money, all of the things, that's not something that happens instantaneously. Now, in some cases it could, but for most of us, we've been operating from one particular perspective for so long that it's going to take a while to literally reprogram yourself and to really reprogram your subconscious as it relates to what and how you think about money. But you're in the process of doing that, okay? Wishes are coming true. Change is happening very slowly, like we talked about. You got the Empress card, which means, now typically this is one of the cards of the divine, well, not typically, it is one of the cards of the divine feminine, but she indicates cycles, right? Things that are changing and things that are happening again. Timing, all right? Timing as it relates to your money. So here's the thing, Leo, you just need to get comfortable with things happening slowly. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Change is coming, money is coming, blessings are coming, but they're just going to happen very, very slowly. And to me, I'd rather have that, than not have it at all. The blessings trickle in, the changes trickle in, the money trickles in. All right, we got the Page of Rods, which means you have an announcement, unexpected announcement, or news or information as it relates to your work. We also have the Ace of Rods, which literally is the cash card. All right, it's in the reverse, which means that the money comes in, but then it goes right back out, but that's okay. We just are happy that the money came in so we can handle and do the things we need to do. All right, if it's taking care of a bill, if it's putting it away for savings, whatever you need to do. The blessing is that the money did come in. All right, so let's see what else shows up for you, Leo, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2025. I think this is how this went. All right, so you're celebrating. All right. Oh, wow. You got that Nine of Cups again, which is wishes coming through. Wishes coming true. All right. Then we got that Two of Cups. All right. So celebrations, offers coming through that you say no to, emotions, wishes coming true, divine union. This is you really reevaluating where you are, what you're doing as it relates to your money. All right, that's really a good card because it's making you think bigger, or it means you're thinking bigger. You're ready to play a bigger game. You're ready to take on more responsibility because by doing that, you're going to have more results or more success, bigger payoffs. So here's the thing, Leo. A lot of this has to do with your awareness expanding as well. Your awareness about what's possible for you as it relates to money is definitely growing, getting bigger, expanding like we talked about. All right. So the other thing, like I said, this Four of Cups means that you're going to get some offers coming your way or some invitations, and not all of them are going to resonate. So don't worry about saying no. You really are coming into alignment with what it is that you want to have and experience. And in the process of doing that, you get more selective with your time and your energy and also your attention. Okay, especially when it comes to money. And this is just like, I can't believe you got this card twice. This is so good, Leo. Like it really, really is. Like I said, a financial blessing is coming your way. All right, let's see what else shows up for my lovely Leos as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2025. All right, so the budget needs some work, but I think that happens. I mean, that's kind of the case for all of us. Like we can always tighten up the budget. The Ten of Swords. Now, I've been saying this. All of the signs have been getting some type of an emotionally heavy card at the end of the month of April. And I don't know what's going on with that. It could be something astrologically, but a lot of emotional heaviness is taking place for all of us towards the end of April. Now, the reason why I mention that is because it could cause you to be very, very distracted, especially as it relates to your money goals, but it doesn't have to, right? So this is a heads up. Communication could be a little bit better towards the end of the month. The Page of Swords. Again, this is unexpected news about something being stopped or discontinued. Usually it's a bill that gets paid off or a subscription that suddenly gets canceled for whatever reason. The Knight of Swords, this is kind of that fast-moving energy, so we have to pay attention to that as it relates to our money, and that sometimes it's a temporary energy, kind of like what we talked about here with the Ace of Rods, where the money comes in, then it goes right back out. But like I said, it's a blessing to have the money in the first place for it to go back out, to cover a bill or whatever. Knight of Wands means you get some support and assistance as it relates to your work. All right. And that's a blessing in and of itself. It means somebody is on your side as it relates to your career or your everyday work. And it means that you will get the assistance you need in whatever way you need it. All right. So like I said, you're blessed in the month of April, Leo. So honestly, I would just enjoy it and then figure out how you can keep those blessings coming. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Threads of Fate Oracle card. You got the card Reflect. This is a beautiful card. All right, it's time for you to think about what's working and what's not as it relates to your money. Maybe reevaluate some of the things you've done and what you want to do next. All right, so really spend some time reflecting about your money and about your finances for the month of April. All right, Leo, hope you enjoyed this reading. We'll do it all again next month.